Right, I know I said I want to do a video like this for a few weeks, but it's not really talking about me. It's more talking about this amazing person, amazing speaker called Tony Robbins. He is absolutely class. I've listened to a few of his motivation stuff before, spotted stuff, and listened to a bit of a podcast. But last night I was looking for some motivation stuff on Netflix, seeing if there's anything on there that I haven't watched before. And his kind of documentary, just documenting his seminar, 6-day seminar. It was called Tony Robbins. I'm not your guru, and it just made me see life in a total different way. Kind of took me out of my own head and just put it into looking at other people's problems. There was the first lady was she was called Sienna. She was said her main problems was her dietary, and then the more he asked her questions, the more he unravelled. He found out that the dietary problems ran a lot deeper to real problems with her dad growing up, not craving his love, and then there was a suicide survivor, someone that was dealing with suicide and didn't want to be alive, and she gave off so much love that she was that strong. There's so many different amazing characters who are going through so much stuff and are still strong today, and that is another reason of why you should keep going, because there's loads of people who deal with stuff that may be easier than you or harder than you, and they're still going, they're still pushing, they're still driving to get somewhere and find that place they need to be in life. And it also made me think that some of the stuff I've been through over this past year, including loss, breakup, stuff like that, as long as that hurt, as much as that hurt, I'm thankful for it, because it's driven me to be the person I am today. It's driven me to have these new ambitions, these new goals, to become something of myself and become better. Like, these new ambitions that I have, I don't think I would have had a year ago if I was still in that same relationship and still in that same mind that I used to be in. And Tony Robbins, his motivation and his mindset, and he's such a good speaker and psychologist and just everything that you need to listen to. If you're dealing with certain things like abuse, loss, suicidal thoughts, stuff like that, lack of love of a certain family member, I 100% guarantee if you watch this Tony Robbins I'm Not Your Guru on Netflix, it will change your mind, and it will change, and it'll make you think, and it'll make you do things that you didn't want to do, or act upon things that you were scared to do. The best things that can happen is bringing you out of your comfort zone to face your fears. That's a lot of what people do, is pretend we've got these small little problems when there's actually a big problem that we're scared to face, and we'll try and hide and run away from it. And I think it's best of now, especially knowing the stuff that I know now and having the mind I know now, it's best to face your fears. It's best to go full head on, because not many people will do this. A lot of people will run away from all the problems they have in their life. They'll just head straight, face your fears, and nothing can stop you. And even if you have certain things that have happened over the past few weeks and you're feeling a bit lost, like the loss of a loved one, the loss of someone you know, a breakup, loss of a job, all this type of stuff, embrace it into becoming something better and something more motivated to show that you can bounce back. Most people's road to where they want to be is all over the place. You're never going to be on a one-way you're never going to be on a one-way road to where you want to be. If it's so straight and narrow and easy, that's not where you're meant to be. To get where you want to be has to be hard, has to be grueling. You have to put in that consistent hard work and daily routine to get to where you need to be. I've got places I want to be, and I was thinking I'm going to get them places in a year, but in reality, obviously Tony Robbins made me realise that you can have a changed mind in a year, but to have that changed life, it's going to take a decade, 2 decades. It's going to take time to get to where you need to be. And that is what changed my mind for me. Is like, I'm so dedicated to being to where I want to be. I'm thinking I'm going to do it in a year, where I have to realise, no, the building will be in a year, the destination will be longer, and starting to enjoy the journey more than the destination. As much as I want to get to that destination, I have to enjoy the journey. And I don't know if you'll see this, but Tony Robbins, I thank you a lot for the way you've changed my mind, the way you've helped other people. And in a way, me and Tony Robbins are similar, not the same, because no two people are the same. His obsession and ambition is to help people, and that's similar to mine. I would love to help people and motivate people and change something into what they can be, and what, because he said he's not trying to fix people who aren't broken, because nobody's broken. He was fixing people who just are lost, and that's what I want to do. I want to motivate people. I want to get more people to find themselves, whether that means going to the gym or motivating people to just get out of bed and just do something with their life, instead of like finding themselves being lost, because it's not a nice feeling. I've been through it. I'll keep going through it. As I'm only 18, there's probably a lot more grueling stuff I'm ready to come across as times go by. But he said an amazing quote that like really touched me, and it probably touched a lot of other people. It was, "Stay in your head and you're dead." And I think that's a perfect quote to describe why I feel certain times a certain ways. A lot of the times I will just stay in my head and I will overthink. I will think about things. I'll overthink situations to the point where I'll start to feel worse. Whereas if you don't stay in your head, you're dead. And he said there's another amazing quote. I can't remember it off the top of my head, but it was something about a boy and a man. It was, I can't think of it off my head. It was basically about getting rid of that boy and finding out that man will appear. Something along them lines. I can't remember the quote properly. I've got a terrible mind. But just everything he said was brilliant, and this is why I think I want to do more stuff like that. That's why I'm putting out videos without giving a shit what people think, because I want to help people and hopefully get to the right people and helps the right people and get out there. But I just wanted to say that, obviously, Tony Robbins, thank you for that amazing documentary and the podcast and the stuff you shared. And the fact I shared one of his last night and he liked it shows that he's in touch with his fans, and that's what's perfect. And I just want to be able to help at least a few people to be motivated, because you can. There'll be another motivation video probably coming in the next few days, to be fair, but it's not going to be on Instagram or anything. It's just going to be YouTube based, because I think people on Instagram are sick of us posting.